They argue that fewer guns on the streets will lead to fewer incidents of gun-related crime, even though we know that these gun-free zones and things like that don't work. Just a stat the other day about most of the crimes and most of the mass shootings happens in gun-free zones, and a significant amount of them are stopped by a person that had a gun. But you can't carry a gun legally inside a gun-free zone, so it's a horrible idea. Gun control, gun-free zones do not work, but they just want to make everything. Why do you think all these mass shootings and these shootings happens in these gun-free zones, in schools and places like that? Because there's nobody there with the gun, and the criminals know. These sick, depraved individuals know they can go someplace and kill as many people as they want without being stopped. So gun-free zones don't work, but the liberals think that in their mind, stricter gun control laws are going to reduce violence and mass shootings. Stricter gun control laws are just going to hamper law-abiding citizens. The criminals already don't care. So,
I think you guys love guns as much as I love guns, right?
Another reason that I think cultural differences. For a lot of liberals, guns are associated with violence and aggression. This cultural perception, it kind of influences their stance on gun ownership and gun rights. If I'm being totally honest with when I grew up, from where I'm from, I don't know, this may be a city, black community, whatever you want to call it, but when I grew up, yeah, guns were taboo. If you had a gun, you were a bad guy. Nobody good had guns, you know. That's kind of unless you were not hunting, you know, stuff like that. And that's how I found out recently when I really got into shooting real big. I found out that I had family members that was going to the range every day, but we didn't talk about it because we always just kind of assumed that the other one was liberal, the other one didn't like guns. And then we got to talking about it, and they saw me on, you know, YouTube doing videos. They're like, wait a minute, you shoot? I shoot. But that stigma of guns are bad, and we not talking about it, even amongst ourselves, amongst my family, we didn't even talk about it because that just cultural thing of if you have a gun, guns are bad. That stigma, that stereotype was always there, and I think that in the liberal community, the Democratic community, that's how they view things. They view guns as being bad, and in their mind, anything to get rid of guns is good. That's a stupid way to look at it, but that's how it is. Not get rid of the criminals, get rid of the guns, okay? Don't make a lot of sense, but hey, I don't make the rules.
But what can I do? I'm just one guy.
All right, and let's talk about the government role in this, all right? Liberals generally support a more active role for government in regulating various aspects of life, including firearms. You know, they believe in big government, and that other government intervention can help create a safer society. We all know it's bullshit. But I think these people honestly believe that. And if you got the government and you got your politicians telling you that gun control will work and will eliminate crime, people that live in these crime-ridden neighborhoods are going to believe, hey, they can eliminate crime with gun control laws, even though you got hundreds of thousands of gun control laws on the book that don't work. Chicago, LA are some of the most, you know, have some, New York, some of the strictest gun control laws on the book, and crime is rampant in these cities. So it doesn't work, but the government, a lot of Democrats, liberals believe that the government is going to reduce crime, even though most of these crimes happen in mostly Democratic cities. Ugh.
God, I love guns.
All right, so now let's talk about